We go back to the start line, though, to a man who's already got a 90 on the board, and it is Pawel Korpulinski from Poland. Well, he's just seen his pitmate jump up the order. Can Korpulinski do more? Kroll scored a 92. They won't want that. There'll be banter across the paddock between these two as Korpulinski goes wider than Kroll now. Looks for the outside zone, puts a back bumper towards the wall, fires it through. Now, this is almost a replica run of what Cirba's just done. Oh, wow, that was cool from Korpulinski as he puts the back bumper wall to the wall once again. Flirts with danger, looks for that final outside zone, and job done for Korpulinski. Juha Rintanen from Finland, an 87.5 on the board. Uncharacteristic change of attitude this year from Juha Rintanen.
Yeah, very aggressive.
And last year, super consistent, deadly in the battles, in the championship contention. This year, out of the contention, not really found that form. Can this be the event that Juha Rintanen pulls it all together as he fires that GR86 in with that incredible livery? Now goes nice and wide on two. This is lovely line from Juha Rintanen as the car picks the back end up as he accelerates through the outside zone, stays nice and wide, looks for that zone, picks that up as well, transitions down through the alley, the final outside zone coming up, and Juha Rintanen puts a flyer down.
Yeah, good run. And Heinen's on the line. So what has he got to do to get into that top four, Ian? What's the score?
95 he needs.
He needs a 95.5 essentially.
Yep,
to get in there.
Top four. So Cirba sits in that top four. He needs a 95.5 to match Kalle Rovanpera to get himself in that top four. What can he do? Flicks it through. Lauri Heinonen goes for it on the throttle nice and early. Skips that NASCAR V8 supercharged, screaming as he puts the back bumper to the wall. Nice transition from Heinonen. Looks for this outside zone. He's very early to it. He makes it work. He drops the car down. Now flicks it across the circuit. Looks for this outside zone. Back across the circuit he goes. Very wide and across the line.
That's a big run. That's a big one.
Yeah, Marco Zakouril on 87.5 on his first qualifying
big run. Oh, Marco, just calm down. This is where it gets dangerous. Zakouril, one of the most exciting guys on the grid. And now he knows he's got a good score on the board. He's mid-pack, he wants to go higher, and this could be sketchy. Yeah, he's going to go for it now. He knows there's no messing around. He knows he needs to put a big run in, but he's dropped down already. Can he make it work to outside zone 2? And he looks like he can as he goes 90 degrees to the wall. And this is a very nice run already from Marco Zakouril, full throttle. And he's very much fully committed on this run as he goes nice and wide and keeps it on the track. Can he go nice and wide here? And he certainly can. Big angle across the line from Marco Zakouril. Clint Van Oort, we thought he was going to be unbeatable earlier on, but then a lot of 90s came in since then. And Clint Van Oort right now sitting in 6th position with a 93.5. So he's in either way. Can he get into the top 4 showdown? That's what he's going to try and do here. Yeah, he just needs to claw a few more points in the bag. What can Clint Van Oort do? That's beautiful, that line. What an initiation from Van Oort. Look at the way he fulfills that zone. He's on form this weekend. Clint Van Oort coming back after a really poor Riga. He's rescuing everything. Look at the line from Clint Van Oort as he looks for that final outside zone. Nice transition, goes right to the wall, sticks it to the white line. Another massive run. Benediktas Cirba, right now outside the top 32. He's top 10 in the championship. He could knock Cristialdo out if he gets higher than a 81, I would guess, or somewhere around 81, there. Yeah. So let's see where he goes. Cristialdo watches on as Benediktas Cirba fires in. It's wide, it's perfect, and Cirba had a pretty sketchy first run, but this looks like it's business as usual for the Lithuanian, as he looks much more comfortable in the car right now as he takes it to the outside. This is excellent from Benediktas Cirba. And Cristialdo, I'd say she probably knows what's about to happen next as he can hold it together here. Cirba takes it to the edge of the track, and I'll tell you what, Cristialdo is going to be happy with, unfortunately, just a nice ice cream because it's not going to be a top 32. It is the two-time World Rally Champion, Kalle Rovanpera from Finland, in this 900 horsepower A90 Supra. Hasn't driven it in almost a year. Comes out and does a 90.5 on his first race. It's absolutely ridiculous. And now he says, oh, I wasn't happy with that. I got to go better. What's he going to do next? Well, he's going to put a 9-point run on the board. Oh, look at this. Way higher, way wider, way faster, way more aggressive from Rovanpera. Not as deep on outside zone 3, but does it matter? Because he gets into the wall, takes the end plate off the spoiler. Rovanpera's come here this weekend for business, no play, as he looks for that final outside zone. That was incredible. Deane needs it is a 95.5. He needs
1.5 on his first qualifying run to beat Cirba, to get points ahead of everyone else, to try and steal the championship. He's through the gears. Down comes Deane, flicks that S15 in now, starts to work himself through. This is incredible from James Deane. He stayed wider than anyone. This is absolutely textbook. Deane on the foot brake to the wall. Goes James Deane, puts that car right where the judges wanted to see it. Now puts the back wheel where the judges wanted to see it. He transitions through. Can he put it right to the edge of the circuit? He can! Across the line goes James Deane, and the championship leader holds one hand in the sky and says, never forget about me.
Jakub Przygonski now lines up. Cooler than the other side of the pillow, Jakub Przygonski. Kuba's just the man.
He is the man.
The man. He rolled in here this morning. He looked confident. He looked cool, but he's you know what? He's got to get the job done here. Beautiful GR86 from Poland. Let's see how he gets on. Very wide. Look at this.
Yeah, this is beautiful from Przygonski. Puts the car right to the edge of the circuit. This is textbook from Przygonski. Look at the way the car is moving through the circuit. No, this is a big run from Przygonski. This man, we always say, is textbook. He's clinical, he's clean. But maybe right now, Przygonski's willing to risk it all. That was unbelievable, Dave.
That's a massive run. Piotr Wiecek was first in qualifying in Riga. Now he sits second in qualifying here in Hungary, but he's only 1 point off. He's actually 0.5 off Kuba Przygonski. Can Wiecek go top and get back in the showdown?
Well, he's going to go for it, that's for sure, Dave. Fires that Supra right to the edge of the circuit, keeps it clean. Look at the line from Wiecek. Oh, goes nice and wide. Looks for the transition. It's very fluid. And look at that little dab of the handbrake back on throttle. Once again, buried into the wall is Wiecek as he keeps that car right to the edge of the circuit. Flirts with danger on that wall. Wiecek's on a flyer and he's wider and he picks it up across the line.